Hi, today we're gonna see how to prototype add category. So the user is in the home screen. After tapping the hamburger menu, this menu will be open. There are all nodes, categories, reminder and backup. Reminder and backup are items to future tutorials. So now we're gonna focus on categories. The first one is general, the second one shopping. I created those one. I'm supposing that those ones were already created, and now we're gonna add one more category. So click on this button or label, whatever, either of them work fine. So we go to the modal, the keyboard is released, and after seeing the keyboard released, we're able to start typing the name. But once again, it's not automatic, it's not interactive. We are mocking that we are adding the title. So workout, for example, and then we will open this drop down and select a color. We can select and unselect. We can also cancel and come back to the very beginning of this flow and start all over again. So workout, color, then confirm. We can make this a default for a new nodes. Select and unselect, and then confirm again. And after that, we can see we have one more category. General is default, meaning that it's impossible to delete. Shopping we can delete, and workout too, but not in this tutorial. Those are going to be covered in the next ones. So let's come back, and when we open again this menu, now we don't see anymore only general and shopping, but we can also see workout. So this one is the new category that we just created, and today this is what we are gonna prototype. So let's get started. So let me show you the screens, and then we're gonna go to the connectors. Okay, in terms of screens, we have this first one, pretty standard. We created that before. In the case you haven't watched my previous tutorials, I recommend you strongly to do that. So we have all those cards created, and then the interaction will be after the user click on this button. So we haven't designed this previously, but this is pretty easy to do. So let's break it down. So as you can see, it's just a rectangle with auto layout and all the icons nested into this auto layout. We have some dividers, icon label, a bold title, then edit, and then regular circles with colors, strokes, and then regular icon label, icon label, and some dividers. Pretty standard, like just auto layout, auto layout, auto layout, auto layout, auto layout, filling all the way, auto layout in just regular dividers. And here I created this rectangle, applied the black color, and opacity I changed it. Maybe it's 25 or something like this. And this element also has shadows, so pretty easy to do and to understand. So over a copy of this window. The next one, we already worked with this keyboard, so no brainer. There is nothing to learn here. This element, pretty standard, just a rectangle. With some shadow, you decide the best shadow. That can be thick, that can be thin. So we have these all elements, they are an auto layout. So this one all the way filling, auto layout to combine stroke and title, some disabled color. So auto layout, auto layout, auto layout, easy to do. Here the same and here the same. Just changing color to make it look like disabled while the user hasn't confirmed anything. This screen is pretty much similar, but here I'm mocking the user started typing in, and here the user typed all the word. So we can go to the next one. We create this, is not even a component, just some element. It's grouped with auto layout. Same container, we can use just copy and paste and change what is inside. So text, a lot of circles, they have the same appearance, only changing the color, but the stroke is pretty much the same. The same buttons, auto layout, they are combined, auto layout, and then positioning to the right, this one to the left. And this overlay, same thing, rectangle, opacity, black color. Here we are changing, we are adding this check mark and making the button able to be clicked. So just changing color. And this this modal, we have title, we have this entry and also this entry. So here it changed. Before that was white, while we hadn't like picked up a color. And then we can also see that we can check this default color for new nodes. The button like confirm is normal, regular, able to be clicked. And then the last one is this selected check box. Then we can confirm. We go to the next screen, and then this screen we hadn't created yet, so we can see like it's pretty standard using the same structure. We have the back button, title is plus, it's disabled for now. Then we have general, like 3 elements with auto layout and the right spacing. Divider, same thing, only changing this text to close button. Then the user taps here, get to the home, but this is not the same home, it's different. I just copied and paste. And what I did here, it's slightly different because the user is not going from this screen to this screen. But after the user hits like this button, this screen will come all the way and get to this place. So this is what we can do too. I'm gonna show it now, exhibiting the triggers. So prototype, and let's check the triggers. First one, on click, navigate to next screen, smart animate, only this trigger here. So the second screen, we have like when the user clicks out of this menu, the user will be taken back to the previous screen. So on click, navigate to previous screen, instant. So this is the animation that I prefer to use here. And when the user click on this element, component, whatever, the user will be taken to the next screen where we have all this information. Is a modal. We have the keyboard, we have the modal, we have the overlay element. And on this screen, the user can tap cancel and go all the way to the first screen. So on click, navigate to first screen, smart animate, or instant. You decide the type of animation you prefer to use. So, and after that, when the user can't click here, confirm for now. So the user can tap title or the keyboard, and then the same trigger will be taking place. On click, navigate to next screen, smart animate. Then when the user gets to this screen, it's possible to cancel, but also tap in the title or the keyboard, or you can just decide to tap the keyboard it works to the user will be taken to the next screen. On click, navigate to next screen, smart animate. So cancel to come back, but the user can open this drop down, and this will take the user to the next screen. On click, navigate to next screen, smart animate. Pretty standard, there is no complicated things. Cancel to go all the way to the first screen, closing this modal, and then the user taps this first circle on the second one, third on the other side. I just prototyped the first one. The user gets to the second screen where I added this check mark. So once the user is here, the user can confirm. On click, navigate to next screen, smart animate. No brainer, pretty easy here. So the user can open it here again. On click, navigate to previous screen, where the user can see this checked element. And if the user taps this checked element again, it works like a toggle. So the user gets to the previous screen where the circle, the color, the orange one is not selected. So the user can select and unselect, select and unselect. This works just like this. And here the user will be able to confirm and skip this intermediate screen. But if the user decides to select this default for new nodes, the user will be taken to this screen that I'm showing now. And after that, this check mark will be selected. And finally, the user can confirm and gets to this screen where the categories are being shown. It's named managed categories. So the user has just one trigger up here. The user can tap here. I could also use some interaction to remove this category, but like I said before, a couple of minutes ago, this is gonna be a matter to the next tutorials. Not exactly the next, but some tutorials I will do that. So tap in here, on click, navigate to this screen named home. The animation is gonna be instant, and finally the user is here, and this trigger it's slightly different. See, home and new category, they are slightly different. So what happens here? Let me show the UI. This is an artboard, just similar to the other pages, a frame. But this frame, as you can see, there is no color for the background. Like I don't have this white color, so that is intentional. So that's important to hide and only have this open menu. And then the trigger, when the user taps here, the trigger will be on click, open overlay, and that means this layer, not this layer, but this frame, this artboard, this screen will be open over this one. So there is no need to go to get to this one, but only tapping here, it will open over this current one. So on click, open overlay, this screen, and the position will be top left, and close when clicking outside. So outside, that would be this empty space. This is outside in this case. So in background, so background, this is like the overlay, which is black but has some opacity. So we can also have it, it's not being shown here, but it will appear when we run the prototype, and the animation moving, and I decided to use this direction to the right. And this is all that we have for this last part, and that's it. So the last one, selecting this element, on click, navigate to previous screen direction to the left. So we're gonna have this animation like showing from the left side and disappearing, like swiping to the left side. So it's better showing than explaining. And then for this reason, I'm gonna run the prototype one more time. And after that, I'm gonna wrap up this tutorial. So let's see. The shortcut to run the prototype, the preview, I press and hold Shift, and after that I hit spacebar. So tap here, add category, mock, we are typing title, we select a color, this is gonna be the color, confirm, make it a default for all the new nodes, confirm, we see the categories, all of them, we are on this page where we can manage them. We hit this back button, we come back to the home screen, we open it again, and finally we can see this new category that was not being shown in the very beginning, but now it is general, shopping, and finally workout. So that's all for now. I hope you like it, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.